Hello, Jay Fazette here, and we're at another Mastermind to Millions Monday. And I have a great little handful of tips for you today. And today is all about filling your mastermind using joint ventures. And filling your mastermind using joint ventures is actually one of the easiest and most productive things you can do under the sun to target the right people for your tribe. So I want to share with you a couple of key tips. Top of the list is this. It is something called the Tap on the Shoulder campaign. Now, the Tap on the Shoulder campaign is really powerful, and there are some key pieces to it. Is that it relies upon your internal world. It relies upon the people who are already committed to you in courses, programs, ideally in your mastermind. And you have a conversation with them that sounds a little bit like this. Each of you can refer one person to my premium mastermind. And how this looks is that you can tap them on the shoulder and have a meaningful conversation with them that sounds a little bit like this. I think that you'd be a great fit. I certainly believe in and trust my mastermind leader, Jade, whatever your name is. I've created these results, and if you are interested, I'd like to introduce you personally to him, and you guys can talk to see if there's a match. It's been one of the most meaningful things in the world for me. This is what I have created out of it, and I'd be happy to introduce you. Now, the tap on the shoulder conversation between two people, they handle that on their own if they're willing to support you. But here's the interesting piece. You must coach your people in your tribe to do something that is unusual but incredibly important. And it's this, to enroll up. Because you see, what happens is most people have a perception of themselves as, I'm this level of success or I have this much influence. And most people enroll down. What that means is they're looking for someone they believe they have more influence over. It's like, yeah, my cousin Johnny's having some troubles. I think I'll refer him. Well, we're not looking for cousin Johnny. We're looking for the CEO or the CFO or the person who is moving and shaking in that person's world that they have eminent respect for. That's who we want. So we have to have a conversation with them. If they're going to do this, they must be courageous enough to enroll up. Now, that whole process, you get that set up and you'll be stunned and amazed at what transpires. So a well-executed tap on the shoulder campaign can fill an entire mastermind like this, and it can even up-level the quality of your current mastermind. So we teach a whole bunch more about that in our courses, in our programs, certainly at the upcoming JVology Live, because it's a fantastic method and a simple method of joint venturing. Now, here's the next one. Let's imagine that you have a whole bunch of people in your community, and they like you, they love you, and they want more of you. So here's one of the ways to get them more of you with what we would call a referral campaign. Now, the referral campaign is where we incent the behavior of referring, the behavior of bringing somebody to the group, or the behavior of bringing somebody to a lunch or a one-on-one. And you can do that in a bunch of different ways. Certainly you can use money, but what's interesting about it is that at a high-level premium mastermind, often money is not what they want. What they want is more access to you. So you can incent them with a coaching session. You can incent them with a VIP day. You can incent them with 90-day renewal at no cost. You can incent them with being featured at one of your live events. You can incent them in a bunch of different ways. But I want to be very clear about this. The incentive only works if it speaks to what it is they really want and helps them to feel valued by the community, helps them to feel valued by the mastermind leader. So often, money is not what they want. Now, sometimes it is, let's be clear, but often it's not what they want. Just to put that in perspective, this was once described to me when I was actually offering to reward someone with money. And they said, here's the best way to think about this. Let's imagine that I brought you to my grandma's for Thanksgiving dinner. And grandma did what she does. She loved on you. She gave you the best food in the entire universe, and everything was totally fantastic and amazing. And she did it because she cared and she wanted to. And you got up from the Thanksgiving dinner table, you whipped out your wallet and said, here, let me pay you for supper. That would be an insult, and it would not serve and support the connection and the relationship. So you can incent your tribe for the referrals, but you got to make sure it's an incentive that they want. I trust that makes sense. Now, let's take a couple of steps. So those are actual little mini joint ventures right within your community. But I want you to begin to think larger. I want you to think way larger, in fact. And what I want you to think of is this. What if there is a person or people or a tribe or a community of people that have the list of the tribe you want to serve? And what if you could do a large-scale joint venture where you could contribute value to that person's tribe? And what if in a series of days, sometimes hours, you could get 100, 1,000, 10,000, even higher opt-ins where you begin to reach out to a much broader tribe, knowing full well that in building this bigger, broader tribe is in that tribe are some of your perfect mastermind members. Ideal matches. All you need to do is to fill the hopper through a joint venture with somebody who's already serving your tribe. Let those people filter down, provide tons of value, make great connections, serve them with all of your heart, and guess what transpires? You can begin to see people pop up and wave their hand and say, hey, I'd like more of you. Could I do a session with you? Hey, could you tell me more about that retreat that you're going on? Hey, I hear you have a live event and I'd like to attend that live event and maybe we could connect while we're there. You will be stunned and amazed. And it's simply casting a wider net, utilizing the reach, the relationship, and the connections of people who are already serving your tribe. So I just want to say that those are just 3 very simple little teeny tiny joint ventures. And if the idea of scaling your mastermind, filling your mastermind, making a monumental difference with your masterminds has been a little challenging for you to do on your own, then here's the thing. You must scale it up. And how you scale it up is with joint ventures. Your tribe is already connecting and gathering. So on that note, I want to invite you to an event where we teach, well, these strategies, plus about 15 more, about how to use joint ventures to scale your business, to find the right people, to build the right relationships. And it's called JVology Live. Now, JVology Live is a stunning and amazing event. It is 3 days in Phoenix, right at the beginning of the year, so that you can build joint ventures into your business plan for 2017. We do it right out of the gate. Now, jvologylive.com. So jvologylive.com. We currently have some like Christmas special discounted tickets that are available, and you can get to JVology Live for an incredibly great price, but you have to go to jvologylive.com ASAP and get those tickets. Those 3 little strategies that I shared with you, I have made tens of thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of dollars if I were to go through and add it all up. And I know you can too. And there's a whole bunch more strategies when you start looking at building your mastermind group from the big perspective of joint ventures and finding the right people to do work with, finding the right people to share your message with. We'll help you do that at JVology Live. So have a great Christmas. Get your ticket to JVology Live and let's scale your mastermind group and your business in 2017. Jay Fazette, that's another Mastermind to Millions Monday. See you later.